What's up, everybody? I am Brandon, and today we got a buttload of Halo Infinite news to talk about. We got about 6 minutes of 4K 60 FPS goodness on the new Halo Infinite campaign this morning, and we're taking a look at that and more on another episode of Game Corp. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Really quick, if you like what I do, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and we'll move on. Like I said, we got about 6 minutes of new Halo Infinite campaign footage this morning. Sort of just dropped out of the blue, but it's been a while since we've actually checked in on the Halo Infinite campaign since the Great Craig debacle, actually. Aww. If you guys remember when they first showed off the Halo Infinite campaign, I think it was at E3 a couple years ago, I want to say. Anyway, when they showed it off, it kind of had like a new art style, and everyone was making fun of how quote-unquote bad it looked. And going into that this morning, I was just thinking, if this is anything like the Halo Infinite multiplayer, it's gonna be really awesome. They've totally overhauled the graphics since then, definitely taking it back to that more realistic, classic Halo look. Or, you know, as realistic as it can get with a game about aliens. Anyway, once the video starts, of course, it blasts you in the face with the voice of Cortana, and then the music starts playing, and oh man, it just straight up gave me goosebumps. Iconic. Absolutely awesome. I'm so stoked. I just want to throw it out there right now. I'm a huge Halo fanboy, so everything I say is going to be totally biased. I'm particularly excited about this because shooters just haven't really been my jam since Halo was around, or at least multiplayer shooters. Call of Duty and Battlefield just don't really do it for me, and I always thought Battle Royales were kind of meh. So it's really cool to see my favorite shooter franchise kind of making a big comeback. And I'm telling you guys right now, this is going to be a straight up global phenomenon. This is going to be huge when this drops. I really think you're going to see everyone fall in love with Halo again. Moving on, the video was about 6 minutes long, like I mentioned earlier, and it shows off a bunch of the new gameplay features that you're kind of going to be doing and playing with when you start up that new Halo Infinite campaign. Obviously, tons of different vehicles to play with in this big open world. I even kind of want to say it's more like a sandbox, because it seems to kind of have big interconnecting areas that are a little bit more dense and vertical than you'd get in like a plain open world. This all takes place on the Zeta Halo ring. Buddy, I'm gonna put you in your crate. Ugh, dogs. Anyway, this all takes place on the Zeta Halo ring, which sounds straight out of a Gundam anime. And it looks like we're gonna be battling off against the Banished as our favorite Xbox hero, the Master Chief. Do it. Gonna be getting a lot of Cortana in this game as well. I actually really didn't play a lot of Halo 5, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't around much in that game. Seems like this is like a reintroduction to Cortana. It's like a wiped AI and you're looking for the real Cortana or something like that. I kind of dig that. It's kind of back to that more like fun, naive Cortana, I guess, where she's a little bit more less serious, because you know throughout the series of Halo, both Master Chief and Cortana get pretty hard, if you will.
Not too hard, not too soft.
When the music kicks in at the beginning, oh my god, it was just absolutely awesome. I touched on this a little bit earlier, but straight up gave me goosebumps, and they really went full force into that OST, and they're not holding back. I'm all here for it. You might even say it was magical. They obviously showed off a lot of that grappling hook. It's probably one of the more popular, well-known new things about the game. And it works almost perfectly in tandem with that sort of sandbox thing that they're going for. You can use it to not only get around, but to like bring weapons to you or get closer to the enemy. It is versatile and just really neat to look at. And if you got a chance to play the Halo multiplayer beta, you would have gotten to use the grappling hook and kind of mess around with it in the matches, and it is very, very fun. I was getting some serious Just Cause feels when he was like scouting out that little like gasoline plant or whatever, and then he just like went straight in there and blew him up with a rocket launcher and was, you know, grappling around and stuff like that. I looked straight out of Just Cause. I have a feeling the people over at 343 have played an Avalanche game. And then just the cherry on top of all of that, right at the end there, Master Chief gets into a Banshee, flies off into the sky, jumps out of that Banshee, blows up another one, and then hijacks his buddy right behind him and flies off. It was very, very cool. It was very reminiscent of that guy in Battlefield who jumped out and rocket launched another player in a jet and then hopped back in his jet. Really, really cool. Totally just giving you all the little bits and pieces to just you know, take over this sandbox world and really just do whatever you like to do inside of it. If you couldn't tell, I'm pretty excited about Halo Infinite to come out. Its official release date is December 8th, 2021, so just right around the corner now. Don't have an Xbox, I recommend picking one up, even if it's an Xbox Series S, or making sure that your PC is up to the minimum specs at least to run this game. Definitely think this game is going to be the Christmas hype game to be playing, and I'll see you there. Anyway, that's about all the Halo Infinite news I have for you guys today. The new Halo Infinite campaign trailer dropped just this morning. Highly recommend going and checking it out yourself, obviously. Like I said, it's about 6 minutes. Anyway, I'm Brandon. This was Game Corner, and have a kick-ass week.